that might sound difficult. I promise you it's not. I hate it. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. Don't quit your job if you don't have to. Don't make it complicated. Just get the phone, make some sales, and go get some money. For real. Go get the bag. I got a job. I like my job, but I don't make enough money from it. I need to quit and start a business so I can make more money. If you work a 9-to-5 type job or something similar, I'm sure you've had that thought before. So have I. But I would argue that maybe keeping your job and working on a second source of income in your free time, whatever time you might have outside of the job, is maybe a good route. I'm going to spend the rest of this video explaining to you how that will work and why that might be a better route. Let's get started. So how are you going to work a job during the day and then make money on your time outside of work at night? Long story short, you're going to have to sell stuff. But what you might be thinking right now is, Nick, I don't know what to sell. What am I going to sell? Basically, what you're going to sell is your skills. And if you already work a job during the day, you have to have a skill to have gotten the job. If you're a waiter, that's serving. If you're a salesperson, that's selling. If you bake cakes, that's baking. If you are good at talking to people, that's communicating. Once you know what the skill is that you're good at and that you're going to be making money from, the next thing is to just go online and see what are people's problems around your skill. Because what you're going to be selling them is solutions to these problems. So in order to find out what people's problems are around the thing that you're good at, go onto an AI app or a website like ChatGPT or whatever you use and type in the question, what do people on Reddit most have problems around or ask questions about around whatever your skill is? And when you do that, it's going to give you a list of these questions and concerns and problems people might be searching for. Copy one of those, maybe two of them, and then go onto reddit.com, put it into the search bar or paste it onto the search bar and just see what people are saying. Whatever it gives you, you want to go through, scroll down and just take some screenshots of the things that people said that they have problems with around your skill, because that's what you're going to be talking about later on. Then once you have a pretty good list, take your phone, just like I got here, open the camera app on the phone, put on the video recorder, push play or record, and start talking the answers of the problems or questions into your phone recorder and just go from there. Don't make it complicated. Just get the phone, put on the recorder, and start saying what you know and helping people. Now, after you have your video recorded, it's probably not going to be perfect. It's probably going to have a lot of mess ups and stuff like that in the video. So you'll have to edit it. Now, there's two easy options to edit the videos. The first one is free, and that's an app that's called CapCut. You can get it on the App Store, or you can download the app onto your laptop or computer. I used this for my first year of making and editing videos, and it worked. It worked pretty well. The thing I would say is just it's kind of grueling editing videos on there, especially if you have longer videos. I think it's more for someone who likes editing videos or just is willing to grind it out. And I did that for about a year and it wasn't fun. I think recording videos like I'm doing right now, talking into a camera, talking about what you know, sharing solutions to problems, that to me is fun. But editing the videos, I hate it. I hate it. I genuinely hate editing the videos. So I was pretty close to going and hiring a video editor for maybe $600 to $800 a month for a full-time person. But then I found this website called Descript.com that edits the videos for you using AI. It costs $35 a month, $70 if you run out of credits, but still that is 10 times less than what I was gonna pay someone else to edit the videos. And I gotta say, Descript is amazing. It's amazing. If you're watching this video, I edited this video using Descript. It's really efficient. And I would say if you don't like editing videos, or if you try CapCut, the free thing first, and you just don't like it or you find it grueling after a while, I would suggest using Descript. Is worth every penny. At this point, you have a cool skill that you can focus on. You're so cool that you even have a video out or some content out solving someone's problem around your skill. Give yourself a nice little pat on the back. You're awesome. Now that you've done all of that, the next thing you got to do is do it again. and again and again. Meaning you need to put out at least 20 of these short form TikTok, YouTube shorts type videos answering some of those questions or solving problems that you saw on Reddit, because you're going to need to see out of 20 videos which ones perform better than the other ones organically when you post them on social media. So the goal isn't for you to go viral or become some TikTok star or YouTube star or get 1 million followers. I don't care if you even get any followers, because that's not the point. The point is to just post a decent amount of videos and see of these videos, if my average is 100 views, which one of these, if any, got 200 views, 300 views. Damn, if you went crazy on one of them, maybe it even got 500 or 600 views. You know what I mean? But you need to put out a decent volume of these videos and then see out of the ones that I posted, which 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 of them got 2 to 3 times or more the views as the other ones on average. The reason why you want to look for these like outlier, higher performing than usual videos is because these videos are what you're going to use to advertise the thing that you're selling, which is your skill. Post more videos, and let's move on to the next step. So now you should have a skill, some videos solving people's problems around your skill. And then last but not least, you should have an idea of, out of the mass of videos that I posted, which ones organically got more views than the other. With this in mind, the next thing we got to do is figure out how you're going to package your skill into something that people can buy. Usually when you're packaging something into a thing that people can pay for, what it's going to look like is either a product, a service, or a subscription. If you've never done this before, I think that you should start with a service. 1, because it's easier to set up than the other things. 2, because if you're helping people, if you're doing the thing for them, it's going to give you experience in getting paid outside of a job doing something for people. And it's going to give you an idea of what people's specific pain points, problems, questions, or desires are around your service. And once you know all these things, it'll be a lot easier to package stuff into a product. You see what I'm saying? So the easiest way to package something into a service is just to go onto Calendly.com. If you don't know what that is, it's a website where you can send someone a link to your calendar and someone can sign up for a slot to meet with you on Google Meets or Zoom on a one-on-one call. And on that call, that's where you're going to be helping the people, talking to them, getting an understanding of their specific problems, and then giving them customized solutions for a fee. But before you get to speaking with them, they'll need to sign up for a one-on-one, and they'll need to select a specific time that works with both of your schedules. How do you do that? You just do it all on Calendly. It's pretty easy to use. And if you are lost on like how to set it up, just search on YouTube Calendly tutorial, and there's plenty of videos out there. I think that's really the easiest way to get started, and it still looks professional or professional enough that it works. So I would start there. All right, so now you should know where your skill is. You should have some content out there helping people around your skill. You should have an idea of which one of your videos performed better than the other, or the average piece of content that you've put out. And last but not least, you should have a service set up or some type of way that people can pay to meet with you one-on-one, maybe on Calendly or some similar service. Boom. You got all this. You're doing great. You're doing great right now. You are killing the game. You're ahead of most people, but there's still a few more steps to go. And the next thing you got to do is get out in front of people, because nobody can buy from you, or you can't sell to anybody if they don't know who you are or what you have to offer. You see what I'm saying? So the next thing you got to do is market yourself. Now, when it comes to marketing yourself, there's a few ways you can do this. You can call or message random people who you don't know and who don't know you, and let them know about what you have. You can also reach out to people in your phone who you do know or who you already know, let them know about what you have, and maybe ask if they'd be interested, or if they know someone who's interested, or would even be willing to give you a review based on your service and what you can provide. All right. But I would say these two things take up a bit of time, especially cold calling, cold messaging, cold emails. That's a little bit of a process, and that can turn into a second job. So I would say that the easiest way to get yourself out there and to market yourself, especially if you already are working a job during the day and you don't have much time after work, is to run ads, run advertisements online. That might sound difficult. I promise you it's not, especially if you've already made your videos organically and posted them online. So I'll explain how to run some ads. The first thing you got to do is go back to your videos that you posted on TikTok or YouTube or wherever, and look for those higher performing ones, the ones that perform 2 to 3 times or more better than your average video or most of your videos. And again, the point isn't to look for something that's viral. It doesn't need a certain amount of views on it. We don't care about that. It just needs to be more views or more engagement than your average video or what most of your other videos did. And once you find the 2 or 3 videos, maybe 4 or 5 that perform better than average for you, take those, write down which ones those are, and we're about to use those for your ads. If you posted your videos on TikTok, you can go on there on your phone and push download the top 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, however many you have that performed above average. Download them onto your phone. After that, you want to take the videos that you just downloaded and go to facebook.com or the app on your phone and post the same videos onto Facebook. I wouldn't suggest doing it on your personal Facebook page. I would suggest making a Facebook business page attached to your main page or whatever page you use to talk to your friends and family on Facebook. And instead of calling it a business name, just call it your name. So for me, mine is called Nick Mitchell, and that's where I post my ads. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm saying ass. After you post the videos, if you scroll down your timeline and look at where the video you just posted is, there's going to be a little button somewhere around your post, maybe on the bottom right corner or something like that. And the button is going to say boost or boost post. You want to click that button because you're going to boost it. And once you click the button, you are like almost done making your first advertisement. It's gonna give you some suggestions for like how much you want to spend. I always scroll down and push the button that says enter the amount I want to spend manually, and I always set it to $5 a day for 7 days. The reason why is because when I first did this, I had one video that performed like way better than my average video or way better than the other ones. And I was pretty excited about this, and I thought, yeah, this is a goal of mine. I know this is gonna work if I put money behind it. So I did. And I thought for sure I was about to be the next great salesman in America. I thought it was going down. I thought it was gonna be crazy. And I put all the money I had at the time into this one post, or boosting this one post. And you know how many sales I got from it? You guessed it, a whopping 0. So I learned my lesson, and after that, instead of taking one video and putting all the money I had into it, I started to boost 2 posts at a time. And instead of putting a bunch of money into it or guessing on either one of them, I will do $5 a day for 7 days, and then I'll see which one of those performed better or got me decent results. And on the second week, if one of them didn't perform well, I'll take the $5 that I was spending on that. I'll stop the ad from running, and then I'll put the $5 that I was putting into the second one into the one that actually performed well. And then from there, I'll be putting at least $10 a day into the one that performed well until it doesn't work anymore or until the results slow down. And that's pretty much it. Or if you're starting off with 2 videos and you have a third that you don't know like how to work, start off doing ads for your 2 videos on the first week. And if one of them doesn't work as well, then replace it with number 3. I'm doing a lot with my fingers here, but like replace it with the third one, and then you'll still be running 2 ads at $5 a day, and you'll just see which one works. But basically the point is that when it comes to advertising, especially on Facebook, because you can get good results for a low price, test it out. Just test out the ads with a minimum amount of money and see how it works. I personally love this because I would eat Uber Eats a lot, and Uber Eats can easily cost $35+ a day. So when I started doing this, I just looked at it like a better way to spend my money than spending the money on Uber Eats. And it's motivational because if you do well, like, you're gonna get sales. That feels a lot better than getting Uber Eats. So if you also get Uber Eats or DoorDash, like, I say for me personally, that motivated me to work on this because it was like more productive. And I thought it felt better at the end of the day to use the same money or less on something that could further my life and give me sales and give me another source of income outside of my job. Once you made it this far, again, give yourself a pat on the back because you've done great. You've done amazing. The last lesson in all this is that when you're running your ads to your Calendly or whatever you're selling on Facebook, it's going to give you the option when you're setting up your ad or like when you're boosting the post to have a button. And the options for the button could be like learn more, buy now, click here, something like that, some 2-word action. Usually I select learn more for the button, but the point is that when people see your ad, they're going to click a button and it's going to go to whatever link you put there to send the people to. When I first started doing this, I would send people directly to what I was selling. So I write books on Amazon. Initially, I would just send people directly to my book, and this did not convert. The point is that if you're running an ad and sending someone directly to your Calendly or whatever it is that you're selling, they might not know enough about you or who you are or your brand or anything. Basically, they're not going to trust you because they don't know who you are. And if you're buying something or if you're thinking about buying something, but you don't know if it's a trustworthy brand or a trustworthy person that you're about to spend your money on, that feels like a lot of risk. And most people aren't going to take that risk and pay for something if they don't know they're going to get results from someone who's trustworthy. If you're looking at some shoes and then you see that Nike swoosh, you know it's a quality shoe. You know what you're getting. But if you look at Li Ning, which most people probably don't know what that is in America, but you don't know that they're a trustworthy brand, and you might side with the Nike shoe because that's what you're familiar with, and you know that swoosh represents a quality sneaker that you can buy and feel comfortable with after you pay for it. All this to say, if you come across this problem of running an advertisement that sends people directly to your product or service or whatever, and they aren't buying, it might be because they don't trust you and they just don't know who you are enough to buy. What I found to be a better approach is that instead of running ads that advertise whatever I'm selling and send people to whatever I'm selling that's a paid thing, I've started to do what Alex Hormozy on YouTube would call a lead magnet. And basically, when I run ads now, I don't run ads talking about my product or service. I run ads sending people to a free thing. Like I was saying, the thing I sell is books. So it's kind of like a rapper. If a rapper is putting out an album, they'll release a single before they put out their album. And a lot of times they try to make the single one of the best songs on the album, because if people hear this single and it's amazing, they're going to be excited and they're going to want to come back for more songs on the full album. And that's kind of what I do with the book. I'll take some chapters of the book, I'll write them as blog posts, post them on LinkedIn, and then see which ones got the best reaction. And from that, I'll take the same words from the blog post and just put it into a PDF with a nice colorful background and some pictures. And then that is the thing that I will offer people. So when I'm running an ad, a year ago, you would have seen it say, get my book for only $4.99 or something like that. Now, if you see me running an ad, you'll see get the free guide on selling, or get the free guide on understanding your skills, or get the free guide on getting a second source of income outside of your job. And then when people click on the button for me that says learn more and it takes them somewhere, it takes them to the page where they can download a free PDF. And it's not free actually, because in order to download the PDF, they got to give me their email address in exchange. And if you're wondering how to do this, I use Linktree. It's just one of those little pages with some links that you'll see in people's Instagram bios sometimes. Once you get the link tree, just make one link. So don't make 2 links. Don't try to make a full page. Just make one link where you can click it and do the free download, and they give you like their name and email. And again, if you don't know how to do this, just search it on YouTube. There's a lot of tutorials on this. Whatever the free thing that you're offering is, like a free PDF, a free checklist, a free whatever. There's 2 things. One, it should be like very high value. It should be something that is so good you would have charged someone for it, but you just need something to offer for free. So instead of charging for it, you're giving it away. It should be very valuable, because like I was saying, if you were an artist or a singer or rapper putting out an album and people were gonna listen to your album or not just based off of the snippet that you dropped on social media or the single that you dropped before the album came out, like, it has to be good, or else people aren't gonna tune in and they're not gonna trust that the album is fire. So whatever you do for the lead magnet that you put out, or whatever the free thing is that you're advertising, treat it like the single for your album. Treat your service or your product like an album, like a platinum, multi-platinum, award-winning, Grammy-winning album. And if you do that, and if you take that approach, people will probably feel good enough about you from seeing your free stuff that they'll feel very comfortable, or maybe even excited, to pay you for your product or service or whatever your paid thing is. The second thing that you want to remember when it comes to offering something for free is that it should be something kind of short. The thing that I offer for free is PDFs. My PDFs are like 10 pages or less. And whatever you're offering for free, it should lead people to your paid product or service, or your Calendly in this case, throughout the PDF, or maybe even on the last page. If someone made it to the last page, it should be a full out thing saying, okay, if you like this, or if you found this valuable and you want more, here's what I have. Sign up for a one-on-one, buy my book. And then underneath whatever you're saying to people, this is where you want to add a button with something like buy now, learn more, something like that. That's what's going to be the link that goes to your Calendly or whatever your product or service is. And if you don't know how to do this, I always make my PDFs on canva.com. And on there, it's pretty easy to just add a button, and then you right click it, or left click it, right click it, whatever it is, and it'll give you the option to add link. So I would suggest that when you're first running your ads, send people directly to your product or service to see if it works and see if you get sales. But if that doesn't work, then make something for free, and instead of advertising the paid thing, advertise the free thing. And the free thing should be something that leads them to going to your paid product or service. That's it. I think that's actually it. You did it. You made it through all this. You are a champ. Thanks for tuning in, seeing me with the sleeves off and stuff. I hope that this was helpful. Good luck, and go make some sales. Don't quit your job if you don't have to. Keep your source of income. Keep the money coming in. And then after work, focus on this. Do this that we're talking about in the video, and make some sales and go get some money. For real, go get the bag. We'll see you next time.